doing today?
Good. You know,
2 weeks post-surgery, how are you feeling?
pretty good. I am still like stiff and swollen and hurts.
Okay. Well, something I want to try today to work on that is a cold modality, also known as a cryotherapy, called ice massage. So this uses the conduction method of cooling, and it's good for this stage of healing that you're in, which is the proliferative stage, because it helps with swelling and pain and those things that you're kind of complaining about. So one thing it does is helps with, it uses vasoconstriction, so kind of makes your blood vessels clamp up and reduce the swelling. So it gets kind of a reduction of blood flow there, and then it also inhibits your peripheral nerve endings, so it helps with some of the pain by kind of cutting off and blocking those nerves. And since those are your two main concerns right now, I think it's good that we work on those so that we can get you back to a pain-free full range of motion, and then work on some strength gains so that we can get you back to playing basketball. Does this make sense to you?
Yeah, sounds good.
Can you explain in your own words why you think this would be important?
Yeah, so the ice will help like numb the nerve endings in my knees so that it'll be less painful, and will also constrict some of the vessels so that the swelling will start to go down.
That's very good. That's very true. Okay, awesome. So before we start this, I want to just check a couple contraindications to make sure that this is going to be safe and it's going to work for you. I see the skin area is still looking pretty well. Your scar looks great, so that's good. Do you know if you have any cold sensitivity conditions such as cold urticaria, cryoglobulinemia, Raynaud's disease, or proximal cold hemoglobinuria?
Nope.
Great. Okay. Do you have any vascular, cardiac, or circulatory issues that you're aware of? Do you have any blood pressure issues like hypertension?
No.
Have you ever been diagnosed with tuberculosis or
Nope.
TB? Great. Okay. So something else we need to do is check your hot and cold sensation to make sure that the nerve endings are right now intact. So I need to get the strings. Okay. So what we're going to do is I have a hot spoon and a cold spoon. And I'm going to have you close your eyes, and I'm going to touch with one spoon to the other, and I just want you to tell me if you feel hot or cold, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Hot. Cold. Hot. Hot. Cold. Cold. Hot.
Beautiful. Okay. So now that we've done that, I want to explain kind of the steps of ice massage to you. So we have these Dixie cups, which are great. You know, you can buy them at the drugstore, super cheap, and then just fill them about 2/3 of the way with water and put them in the freezer overnight. You can put a whole bunch of them in there so they're ready to go whenever you need them. And what we'll do is peel off, you know, down to, so just so the ice is exposed, but you still have a good grip on the ice through the cup so you don't get your fingers all cold. And this works really good on small areas, which is, so we're just kind of maintain it in the areas of your scar right around here. And then we have paper towels, or you can use a normal bath towel. Put it underneath your leg just to so the water doesn't get everywhere. We want to keep the strokes just kind of small and circular, keep the motion continuous so that it doesn't sit over one area for too long of a time, which is another great thing about this, because keeping that constant motion really decreases the risk of ice burn or cold burn. So that's also awesome. It's going to go through different stages of how cold it is. So first it'll be really cool to the touch, and then really cold, and then it'll almost kind of start to burn a little bit. But then after that, it should go numb. And you really want to make sure it goes numb, because that tells us that those peripheral nerve endings are being affected, which is one of the main things we want to help with your pain. And then after it goes numb, you just continue for about 5 minutes, and then you're done. You want to make sure that we're watching for any adverse skin reactions, or if it starts getting really unbearably painful, that's probably a good sign to stop and give us a call, okay? Okay, so I want to go ahead and have you repeat those steps back to me so that I know that you've got it all.
All right, so I'll take the cup with the ice, and then peel it off so I can put it on my skin, and just like start moving it around where my scars are, like where the swelling is. And first it'll feel cool, and then it'll feel really cold, and then it'll like start to burn kind of, but then it'll go numb. And then once it's numb, I gotta keep moving the ice around for like 5 minutes because the numbness is what we're really looking for.
Good. Okay, great. So I'll show you on myself. You see I have the towels underneath, all good to go. And just kind of in these small circular motions all around this area of your knee where your scars are and where your pain is. And I'm feeling it cool and cold. And just keep it moving in these nice little motions. And it'll kind of melt, and that's what the towel's for. And I'm feeling it kind of start to burn. And you're just going to continue this until you start to feel it go numb. And then continue for 5 minutes, keeping it moving the whole time so that we don't get a burn. And you see my skin's getting a little red, and that's normal because the temperature's decreasing and everything, and all that vasoconstriction's happening. But what you want to look for is if, if it's turning, I don't know, some other crazy color like purple or blue or whatever, and or any spots come up or anything like that, or if it's super, super painful inside your knee joint, that's something that we would want to raise concern about. Okay, so you get the idea. All right, so now I want to have you try to do it, and I'll cue you through.
Start moving in little circles. Over the area of yours. That's fine. So it feels cool. Cool.
And you can do this several times a day, as many times as you need. After you exercise, or if you've been on your feet all day and you're having some pain, this is a great way to, come home, prop your leg up, decrease that swelling and pain.
So now it's kind of burning.
That's perfectly normal.
And it feels numb.
Good.
I'm going to keep going for like 5 minutes.
For 5 minutes, exactly. So would you say you feel you have a good understanding of this?
Yeah, I think so.
Can you see when you would do this on a daily basis, or how this would be very useful to you?
Yeah, like if I come home from school and my knee's really swollen and in pain, I can stretch out a little and use ice to help decrease that.
Mm-hmm.
Which would be nice.
Very good. Okay. So Mika, have you ever done any kind of ice therapy or cryotherapy like this before?
Not like ice massage, no.
Okay. But you feel comfortable doing it and it's something you can handle? Great. Do you, is this going to be something that's possible and accessible for you? Like, can you get ice at home or at school like this?
Well, at school might be kind of hard.
One thing you should check is with the athletic trainer at your school. I'm sure they have a freezer or refrigerator or somewhere that you can get ice from. So look into that.
Okay, cool.
And then at home, just with the cups and the ice is really easy. So that was really great, Mika. One thing I want to do is just make sure that you can do this on your home independently, all on your own, so that I know that you're doing it correctly when I'm not here watching you. So I just want you to kind of, since we already did on this side of your knee, it's pretty numb, just go ahead and do that, all those steps on this side of your knee so that I can make sure you're doing it correctly, okay?
Okay, I can do that. Cool.
I did was I just typed up all these steps for you so that you can make sure, in case you forget anything, that you have them right in front of you to take home with you, okay?
Okay, awesome, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Hi Mika, how are you?
Hey Corinne, how are you?
Good, good. Okay, so today we're going to start doing some exercises that are going to help strengthen some muscles around your knee to help with some of the motions for your knee to help gain range of motion back and some strengthening. The exercises we're going to be doing are called quad sets. So they're focusing on strengthening your quadriceps, which is right here, and that helps with the extension, so this motion. Okay, have you ever done quad sets before?
No?
Okay, awesome. Well, you're going to learn how to today. Okay, so since this exercise helps with knee extension, it's going to be helping you do some day-to-day tasks such as just walking, going upstairs, and eventually we're going to help strengthen your knee back so you can start playing basketball again and doing more heavy activities. So do you mind just kind of summarizing the exercise we're doing today and why we're doing it?
So we're going to do quad sets to help strengthen my quad muscle around my knee, and it's important to help me get back to walking and playing basketball.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so first I'm just going to explain to you the steps that go along with this exercise. Here's a picture of what it looks like, the motion you're going to be doing. So first you're just going to be laying on your back straight. Both your legs are going to be straight, and then for the leg we're working on, you're going to have your toe pointed up, and you're going to act like you're pressing the back of your knee into the surface, so on the bed right there. And you're going to be contracting your quad muscle and holding that for 5 seconds, and then you're going to relax for 5 seconds. And you're just going to be doing that for, you're going to do 10 sets, or 3 sets of 10. And yeah, it's a pretty simple exercise. Do you mind explaining those steps back to me?
Yeah, so I'll have my legs straight on the bed, and then I will contract my quads, push my knee down into the bed while my ankle is on like a thing.
Okay, great. All right, now I'm going to first show you this exercise. Laying down, you're going to keep this towel underneath your ankle. I feel like I'm going to fall off this towel.
Yeah, I don't think I'll fit like that.
And then you're going to be straightening this leg. Yeah, okay. Straightening. Hold for 5 seconds. And then relax for 5 seconds. Okay? And then you'll do 10 of those, 3 times. Okay. Now, if you don't mind going on the table and showing that to me.
I'm going to leave my head on the windowsill.
It's fine. Okay. Now go ahead and try to bring the back of your knee down to the surface and hold for 5 seconds. Okay, now relax. Okay, now do the same thing for 5 seconds. Okay, now relax. Okay, another one for 5 seconds. Okay, now relax. Now contract for 5 seconds. Okay, now relax. Okay, now contract for 5 seconds. Okay, now relax. Okay, now contract. And relax. Now contract. You're doing great. And relax. Now contract. And relax. Now contract. Okay, one more after this. Now relax. Last one. Okay, contract. Okay, great. Do you feel okay? Do you have any pain in your knee or anything right now?
Feels good.
Feeling good? Okay. Okay, great. Okay, well now I'm going to have you show me that exercise without me giving you any cues. Okay?
Okay. Want me to do 10?
Oh yeah, go ahead and do this. Okay, great. Well, you did an awesome job. And so now I'm just going to have you kind of give me a little summary of what exactly we did today and how you're going to be doing this at home and how it'll benefit you in your recovery from your knee surgery.
Okay, we did quad sets to help strengthen my thigh muscles, so that it'll help me gain strength so I can get back to walking and playing basketball. When I'm at home, I can just lay down on like my bed or the floor and get my legs straight, put like a coat or a towel underneath my ankle, and then pull my knee down towards the ground and hold for 5 seconds, and then relax for 5 seconds, and do 3 sets of 10 of those.
So yeah, for this for quad sets, I'd recommend doing it twice a day, so you could do it right when you wake up before you go to school, and then right when you get home. So, or either right before you go to bed. So kind of make a time for in your schedule. And it's really important that you do all of these sets, and you do them both times a day, and that you're getting a full contraction when you're doing the exercise, so that we actually are strengthening your muscle and working towards strengthening it so we can have more movement in your knee. Okay, awesome. Do you have any other questions for me about this exercise?
No.
Okay, well, here's a worksheet of just how to do this, so whenever you're at home, in case you forget. And well, good luck.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey Mika, how's it going today?
Pretty good.
How's your ACL doing?
It's good. I feel kind of stiff though.
Okay, well, luckily for you, we're gonna work on stretching today. Basically, since your ACL has been injured, the muscles in the back of your leg, your hamstrings have become shortened and they've become tight. So what we're gonna work on today is stretching those out so that eventually, once your ACL repairs, you'll be able to fully straighten your leg. Have you ever done any sort of a hamstring stretch before?
Kind of in practice, but I think it might be a little bit different.
Okay, well, today I just want to make sure by the end of this that you're able to do this by yourself, alone at home, without me observing and giving you cues, so that by the end of your rehab, your ACL and your muscles will be fully back to normal. All right, so based on what I just said, can you kind of repeat back to me what you're going to get out of this by the end of our session today?
Okay, so we're gonna work on stretching my hamstrings, because since I had my ACL repaired and have been injured, they've kind of started to tighten up, so I don't have full range of motion. So the stretch is gonna help lengthen those so I can get back to like walking well and maybe basketball.
Correct. That's exactly right. So what you're going to be doing, you're going to be sitting on the floor, any flat surface in your house, and your feet are going to be straight out in front of you, and you're just going to grab like a towel or some form of rope, whatever you have around the house, and you're going to put it around your feet with your legs fully straight out in front of you together, and you're just going to put it around the soles of your feet, and you're just going to pull. And you're going to pull yourself forward so that the muscles in the back of your leg really start to lengthen, so that we can get that stretched out. Yeah, I want you to do this 2 times a day before you go to school, and then again before you go to bed, like right after you do your quad sets, to get those muscles stretched out. So can you repeat back to me how to do it, and then how many times a day that I want you to do it?
Yeah, so I can sit like on the ground or on like a table or something with my legs straight out in front of me, and then I'll wrap like a towel or a strap around like the soles of my feet, and then I'll pull forward to kind of feel the stretch in the back of my legs. And I'll do that twice a day, like in the morning before I go to school, and like when I get home, especially like after I do my quad sets.
Yeah. And an important thing to remember is just make sure that your legs are staying straight so that your knees aren't bending, because that's not going to help lengthen them. So just make sure while you're stretching that you're keeping your legs straight, you're not cheating, you're just pulling so you really feel that burn in the back of your legs. So now I'm just going to show you how to do it, just to make sure that you understand. Hop up here. So this is like your table that you have at home. You're just going to find a strap, towel, whatever is available. So like I said, you're just going to put it around the soles of your feet. You're just going to grab both ends of it, and you're just going to pull yourself forward. Just making sure that your legs stay straight and you really feel that burn in the back. That's really going to help lengthen those hamstring muscles to enable you to straighten your leg once your ACL is fully healed. So does this kind of make sense? Do you think you know how to do it? You want to show me what to do now?
Sure.
Perfect.
Okay.
Hop on up there.
So, sit, legs straight. And then pull forward.
Yep. Perfect. Yep. Legs straight. Kind of pull as far as you can go. Feel that burn. And then I want you to hold it for about 10-15 seconds, and then kind of relax and do that 10 times.
Okay. So, do you want me to do a set now?
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and show me a set. Do it for 10 seconds and relax. Do that 10 times. Do you feel that burn in the back of your legs?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's what we want. Really stretch out those muscles. Perfect. Good job. Feel stretched out?
Feels good.
Yeah. All right. So when do you do these again?
In the morning before I go to school, and then like once I get home, twice a day. Like right after I do my quad sets.
Exactly.
That
Perfect.
Corinne taught me.
Yes, other therapist Corinne taught you. So why don't you hop on down? So you did good. I'm gonna take that from you. You did good. I just really want to hammer down the point of keeping your legs straight and making sure that you're not cheating and bending that leg, because that's not going to help anything at all. If you're not going to do yourself any favors by cheating on the stretches, because they're really important for stretching out these muscles. And for you to be able to straighten your leg fully once again. Okay, so now that you've actually done it, how do you feel? How did that feel to you as far as like the stretch itself?
It felt good.
Okay, so I just want to make sure that you understand the difference between, I was really emphasizing while you're stretching, keeping your legs straight and feeling that burn in the back of your legs, but I just want to make sure that you understand the difference between like that burn that I'm talking about. It shouldn't be painful. It should be a stretch, a stretching like tension. You understand like the difference between pain and stretching, right?
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that you're not gonna go home and like do the stretch and push yourself so that you hurt yourself. I don't want you to hurt yourself. I just want you to be stretched out. So we've done all this. I've shown you how to do it. Told you what I want you to do at home. But can you give me some examples of why this would be beneficial later on down the future?
Well, I use my legs straight in a lot of different things, especially like going up steps or just like walking or even like playing basketball. When I'm running down the court and I straighten my leg out, so I need that full range of motion.
Yeah. So I mean, in basketball, you're squatting and then going upstairs, like you get that leg extension whenever you go up. So there's a lot of functional uses the hamstrings has that have a lot of importance in your everyday life. So I just want to make sure that you understand the importance of why we're doing this and that you can relate to all these stretches. So do you think that you can go home and do this by yourself without me giving any cues?
Yeah, I think so.
Perfect. All right, well then I think that we're done. Hope to see you fully recovered soon.
Me too.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Hi Rika, how are you today?
Good.
Good. So what I'd like to do today is to work on your mobility of being able to bring your leg back to flex your knee. So what we're going to work on is an exercise called heel slides. And so basically that's just going to continue to help you get your knee into that flex position. Have you ever heard of that or done that before? Okay. So all that you really need to do is you need to have a nice stable flat surface like the floor, or you can probably do it on a bed. And you also need some kind of strap or towel in order to loop it around your foot. So it needs to be long enough to be able to hold it and loop it around your foot as well. So you need to do this several times a day, but the good thing about it is that it doesn't take too long and it doesn't take a whole lot of equipment. So it would be easy to do if you were just watching TV, or if you were just sitting at home, like talking to family or something. So if you don't mind, if you just would let me know back what you just heard then about what we're doing today.
Okay, so we're gonna do something called heel slides. And the point of that is to help increase my flexion in my surgery knee. So then how I do that is I will sit on like the ground or like table or something, and then wrap like a towel or like a strap around my foot, and then like pull it into flexion.
Yeah, I'll go over a little bit about exactly what the exercise is, but that's really good. And so I guess before we start, I just want to talk a little bit about why it's important to be able to flex your knee. And obviously in walking, you flex your knee a lot. So as you're walking, both of your knees are flexed a lot throughout the gait. And so it's really important to be able to have full range so you can walk, so you can run, and especially since you want to get back to playing basketball, this is going to be a huge thing in you being able to play. And so just keep that in mind when you're doing these exercises. I know sometimes having to remember to do exercises isn't all that fun. But if you keep in mind that this will help you play basketball, I really think that you'll feel really motivated to do it. Can you think of any other things that would be really beneficial in being able to bend your leg?
Maybe like jumping up to do like a layup,
Mm-hmm.
or like squatting down to pick something up.
Yeah. Or even something as simple as like just sitting in the car. You know, I know sometimes it's hard to get into smaller cars, just everyday life, things like that. So what we're going to do today, the heel slides, the way that you do heel slides is you're going to be sitting and you're going to have your legs out straight in front of you. That's called long sitting. And all you're going to do is you're going to have a towel underneath your foot and you're going to try really hard to bring that heel towards your bottom.
Okay.
You're going to go as far as you can. And the reason that that helps us is because it's flexing your knee. And then to add to this, we're going to have a towel or a strap, and you're going to put it around the sole of your foot to have both ends in your hands. And then as you're doing that, you're going to use your arms to give just a little bit of pressure. You don't want to do too much. You never want it to be painful. You just want it to feel like you're stretched, to pull your heel towards you so you can get that flexion. You're going to do this several times a day, minimum of 2 times a day. And so if you don't mind just repeating back the steps for that.
Yeah, okay, so I will start with my legs stretched out in front of me. And then wrap the like towel or strap around the sole of my foot. And then pull my foot into flexion. And then hold it for like 10 seconds or so.
Yeah, whenever you get as far as you can with the towel, and it's a good stretch but not painful, hold it for about 10 seconds and you can let it go.
Okay. So then I'll hold it for 10 seconds. And then straighten back out, and then I want to do that at least twice a day.
Twice a day, and you want to do pull, hold, release. You want to do that 15 times.
Okay.
Okay. Per time that you do it per day. Does that make
So
sense?
then I will do the heel slides twice a day, and then 15 times of the like bending my knee.
Mhm. And then how long do you hold it in the stretch?
For 10 seconds.
Great. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate for you first so that you'll know what you're going to be doing. So I'm just going to scoot up here. I'm going to sit up on a flat surface, and then I have our strap here to help me. And so you're just going to be sitting up, and you're going to bring your heel towards your bottom. And then to add to that, you're going to put your strap around your foot, and as you're bringing your heel towards your bottom, you're going to use your arms to pull a little bit, but you don't want to feel pain in your knee. You just want to feel a good stretch. So you're going to hold for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you're going to release back out. And you're going to do that 15 times. And you're going to do those 15 times twice a day. Okay? So you pull up, slide your heel towards your bottom, hold for 10 seconds. And you slide back out. Okay? So why don't you demonstrate for me, and I'll watch and make sure you're doing okay. Okay. Exit.
Hold for 10 minutes.
And what are you making sure you don't feel pain? Good. You want to feel
A good stretch.
yeah. Good. And then, so that was a really great job, but as you're continuing to do this throughout the day, as you pull up, you want to try and get your heel closer and closer to your bottom so that you're increasing that flexion range. So try and do it that way, and then give yourself just a little bit extra pull. Really good job. Okay, now what I'd really like for you to do is just to go ahead and demonstrate the exercise for me. I'm not going to give you any feedback unless you really need it. And if it's okay, if you could just kind of talk me through what you're doing and why you're doing it and what you're supposed to be feeling.
Okay, so now I'm gonna bend my knee and pull my foot towards my bottom and hold for 10 seconds. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then straighten back out. Rest for a couple seconds, and then do it again. The idea is to increase the flexion in my knee and stretch out my thigh.
Great job. And then you're going to do this how many times per
Uh,
set?
15
And how many
of these,
sets per day minimally?
at least twice a day.
Good. Good job. Great. Okay. Well, do you want to come back on down here? So I do have a printout for you that has all of this information on it again, just in case there's something that we skipped over or missed today. This is a really good information. And it's just pointing out that we're stretching your quads and your hams and some of your glutes just to be able to flex your leg. It's a really functional movement. And it talks about how there should be no pain, but just stretching. And then you're going to do this 2 times a day minimally, but you can do it more. And 15 times per one. Another thing that's going to be good for you to know is that, like, after you wake up in the morning when you haven't been moving your leg, it may not go quite as far. That's okay. That doesn't mean that anything's wrong. It just means that your muscles have gotten used to being where they are and you need to stretch them right back out again. But it should work pretty well. So a good thing to remember is to keep it moving as much as you can to keep that mobility here. Okay. Do you have any questions?
No, makes sense.
Great.
Hi, Corinne. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. How's your knee feel?
It's a little sore, but
Okay.
I'm doing all right.
Sounds good. So today we're gonna work on strengthening up some of your hip flexors. Because even though you injured your knee, it's still important to rebuild the strength back in your hip because your leg's kind of one unit and moves like that, especially like walking and running. So have you ever done like straight leg raises before?
No, not really.
Okay, so we'll make sure to teach you good how to do it. So basically the idea is you'll be laying down on like floor, on your bed, on the couch, or even like the plinth like we're gonna use. And then with your foot flexed, you're gonna just keep your leg nice and straight, raise it up to about 45 degrees, and then rest back down. So you'll bring it up and hold for about 5 seconds, and then slowly lower it down. I really don't want you to like move too fast up or just like drop your leg down. You gotta really work on that slow controlled movement. So can you kind of explain to me what it is we're gonna be doing and why?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're going to be doing some straight leg raises, and those are going to help with my hip flexors because they help control some of my knee movements. And I'm going to be laying down flat on my back, and my legs are going to be straight, and I'm going to be bringing my foot up to about 45 degrees, and I'm going to make sure that I bring it up and down in a very controlled way.
Good. So can you give me some examples of when you would need like that strength and that motion, like in your everyday?
Yeah, I guess just walking too, or getting around, just like squatting, sitting in my seat at school. Eventually running, 'cause I hope I can run again.
Yeah.
Basketball. So yeah, I think that would probably help.
Definitely would be. All right, so I'm gonna demonstrate the motion for you right now. So you'll just get up on the table and flip down, and then with your foot flexed, you're gonna raise up your foot to about 45 degrees, hold for about 5 seconds, and slowly let it go back down. and then rest for a couple more seconds, and then you'll repeat it again. Write it back down. I want you to do that at least twice a day, and I want you to do 3 sets of 10, each of those twice times a day. So you can really work on strengthening those muscles.
Okay.
Can you kind of show me what it would be that you would be doing?
So I'm going to be like flat. I'm going to raise foot up to about 45 degrees is a good spot.
Yeah, make sure you keep that ankle flexed, yep.
And 5 seconds. And then bring it down.
Yep. So go ahead and do 10 of them. Keep on staying your motion. Good. Really focus on keeping your ankle flexed. I know it's easy to forget about it, huh? This would be really important. It helps strengthen those muscles. We want to get you back out on the court as soon as we can.
Yep. Get your ball out. Two.
So these would be really easy to do, like if you're watching TV or like during commercial break. So now I'm actually going to have you just show it to me again and kind of explain to me why you're doing it, what you're doing, and why. And I'm not just.
Okay. All right.
Gotta make sure that you can do it at home when I'm not there.
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to bring straight up, toe up, hold for 5 seconds. Bring it down. Relax.
Good.
And I would do 3 sets of those, so 10 each set.
Yep.
And twice a day.
Yep, perfect. So I really want you to make sure to have that controlled motion and make sure that you don't have any pain when you're doing it. And if you do, then we'll talk about it. You can call me and we'll talk
Okay.
about what we can do to improve.
Okay, great, thank you.
But I think you're able to do that on your own.
Yes, I feel confident I can do that on my own.
Good. All right, so I know we did a lot today with the ice massage and some exercises and some stretches. So I just want you to kind of go over what we did today and tell me what all of those things were and what you were going to do at home.
Okay, so first, the ice massage. I did that to help with some of the swelling I've been having and pain in my knee. With that one, I'm just going to get the Dixie cup with ice, and I'm going to wait until I get to the numb stage and then keep doing that motion for 5 minutes. And that'll help decrease some of the swelling so I can get some range of motion in my knee. And then the 3 exercises I did the quad sets, which is going to help strengthen my quadriceps, which is going to help with extending my knee. And I'm going to do 3 sets of 10 of those twice a day. as well as with my heel slides, which is also going to help with quads and hamstrings. And then the stretch or the exercise we just did, I'm also do 3 sets of 10, and that's helping with my hip flexors. And so all of these muscles are going to help with getting my range of motion back in my knee and help with walking and eventually basketball. And then also doing the hamstring stretch, making sure not to get pain, but just stretch in my hamstring. And that's about it. And making sure the exercises twice a day, making sure I'm on a flat surface, and yeah, I think I got it all covered.